Horror has always been at the core of Doctor Who, even if people tend to forget it. From the very beginning, the show wasn't just about whimsical adventures through time and space, it was about fear, about facing the unknown. But the pinnacle of that terror-driven storytelling came in the 70s with the Gothic era, when Philip Hinchcliffe and Robert Holmes steered the show into some of its darkest waters. This was when Doctor Who didn't care if it scared the life out of kids hiding behind the sofa. It wanted to. The stories were rich with atmosphere, unsettling villains, and a tension that lingered long after the credits rolled. It was a time when Doctor Who wasn't afraid to embrace its Gothic roots, pushing boundaries and becoming something more than just family entertainment. This era is peak Doctor Who. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Demon, and today we're talking about one of the creepiest, most memorable stories from the revival era, The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. This is easily the best of the Ninth Doctor's run, and it's not just me saying that. In the mighty 200 poll, it ranked a respectable 5th place, and honestly, I'd place it even higher. This two-parter, written by Stephen Moffat, proves that when Doctor Who does horror right, it's practically untouchable. The setting alone is perfection. London during the Blitz, a city ravaged by war and hiding in the shadows of bombed-out buildings. Enter a gas-masked child wandering the streets, eerily asking, "Are you my mummy?" A phrase so simple but so spine-chilling, it's seared into the minds of fans everywhere. The psychological horror at play here is brilliant. It's not about jump scares or grotesque monsters. It's about dread, tension, and the creeping feeling that something is horribly, horribly wrong. And that's the beauty of Moffat's writing. He understands that what you don't see is often scarier than what you do. The acting, let's not downplay that either. Christopher Eccleston's Doctor is spot on here. A mix of quirky charm and underlying trauma. He's a man haunted by his own war, and the parallels between him and the wartime setting only add layers to his character. Billie Piper as Rose, well, she holds her own, even if some of her moments feel more like companion wallpaper at times. But then, there's the real scene stealer, John Barrowman's Captain Jack Harkness. Introduced here, Jack is immediately likable. A cheeky, flirtatious time traveler who fits right into the Whoniverse like he was always meant to be there. His dynamic with the Doctor and Rose is a breath of fresh air, and it's no wonder he became a fan favorite overnight. But look, it's not a flawless masterpiece. The resolution is too clean, too feel-good for a story that builds up such a disturbing premise. Everybody Lives might make some people feel warm inside, but let's be honest, it's a bit of a letdown for those of us who like our horror to pack a real punch. Still, the journey up to that point is so gripping, so brilliantly crafted, that I'm willing to overlook the slightly saccharine ending. Now let's talk about what came after. Sure, The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances are fantastic, but then we move into an era of Doctor Who, where things start to go south, fast. I'm looking at you, Tennant fans, but that's a rant for another day. For now, let's just appreciate that this two-parter is one of the few times Stephen Moffat actually got it right, before he started recycling his own material and leaning into overly complicated, convoluted plots that felt more like clever gimmicks than actual storytelling. But hey, not everyone will agree with me. Some of you probably adore The Next Doctor and think I'm being overly harsh. That's fine. Just know that this is where my love for post-revival Doctor Who peaked. Everything else? It's been downhill since. I'm Snake Demon, and this has been The Snake Pit. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where I won't read them.